Hello, dear students. I would like to welcome each and every one of you to another lecture in Writing 1. This is Dr. Ala Hussein Al-Hams. Today we will be dealing with Lecture 3, and it's going to be chapter number 2. First of all, we'll be looking at subject-verb agreement, verb tense, capitalization, pronouns, adjectives and adverbs, misplaced and dangling modifiers. Let's first of all deal with subject-verb agreement. Now, what do we mean by agreement? Agreement in speech and in writing refers to the proper grammatical match between words and phrases. Parts of sentences must agree or correspond with other parts in number, case, and gender. Subject-verb agreement refers to the rule that the subject and verb in a sentence must match in number, singular or plural. It ensures grammatical consistency and clarity in communication. So this will include number. All parts must match in singular or plural forms. Person, all parts must match in first person the I, second person you, third person he, she, it, or they forms. The case, all parts must match in subjective I, you, he, she, it, they, we, or objective me, her, him, them, or us, or possessive my, mine, your, yours, his, her, hers, theirs, our, and ours forms. For more information on pronoun case agreement, see section 251, pronoun agreement. Gender, of course, all parts must match in male or female forms. Now, rules of subject-verb agreement. We have the singular subjects that take singular verbs and plural subjects take plural verbs. Singular, for example, the cat runs fast. Plural, the cats run fast. They are the S for the singular. Second, when a sentence begins with there is or there are, the verb agrees with the subject that follows. There is a book on the table. There are many books on the table. 3. Compound subjects joined by and usually take a plural verb. Tom and Jerry are friends. Subjects joined by or nor agree with the subject closest to the verb. Either the teacher or the students are responsible. So you see here, after students we have are because students are plural. Neither the students nor the teacher is. So why did we use is? Because the teacher is singular. Indefinite pronouns can be singular or plural. Here singular, everyone loves the holiday season, or many enjoy, for the plural, many enjoy outdoor activities. Special cases in subject-verb agreement. So we have the collective nouns. A collective noun, example, team, group, audience, is singular if it acts as one unit, but plural if the members act individually. A noun that identifies more than one person, place, or thing and treats those people, places, or things as a singular unit. For example, here the team is winning the match, not the team. If we are talking about the team as a unit, so we using it as a singular noun. Now, if we're talking about the members themselves or individually, so we say the team are arguing among themselves. So here we understand that we are talking about individuals in the team itself. Now, second, we have the uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are always singular or take singular verbs. For example, water. Water flows through the pipes. The furniture looks elegant. Titles or names. Titles, books, movies, and other proper nouns take singular verbs, even if they appear plural. The Chronicles of Narnia is a popular book series. for subjects with quantifiers. Phrases like a lot of, some of, or half of depend on the noun they refer to. A lot of water is wasted. A lot of people are attending. 5. Distances, periods, and sums of money. There are treated as singular when considered as a whole. For example, 5 miles is too far to walk, and we have $10 is enough for lunch. Here we have compound subjects. Compound subject is formed by two or more nouns, the coordinated conjunctions and, or nor. A compound subject can be made of singular subjects, plural subjects, or a combination or singular and plural subjects. Compound subjects combined with and take a plural verb form. Two singular subjects, Alicia and Miguel, ride their bikes to the beach. Two plural subjects, the girls and the boys, ride their bikes to the beach. Singular and plural subjects, for example, Alicia and the boys ride the bike to the beach. Compound subjects combined with or nor are treated separately. The verb must agree with the subject that is nearest to the verb. Two singular subjects, neither Elizabeth nor Rihanna, wants to eat at that restaurant. Two plural subjects, for example, neither the kids nor the adults want to eat at that restaurant. Singular and plural subjects, for example, neither Elizabeth nor the kids want to eat at that restaurant. Plural and singular subjects, neither the kids nor Elizabeth wants to eat at that restaurant. Regular verbs. Regular verbs follow regular patterns when shifting from the present to the past tense. For example, to form a past tense or past participle form verb form, add ed or d to the end of a verb. You can avoid mistakes by understanding this basic pattern. Present tense, Tim walks to the store. Here we have a singular subject. Present tense, Sue and Kimmy walk to the store. Here if we have a plural subject. Past tense, yesterday they walked. And here we have the future, tomorrow Kimmy will walk. Irregular verbs. Now, of course, irregular verbs, the past tense of irregular verbs is not formed using the patterns that regular verbs follow. Verbs whose endings do not follow regular patterns when shifting from present to past tense. Present tense, Lauren keeps all her letters. Of course, the past of keep is kept, and the future will keep. Consistent verb tense. Consistent verb tense means the same verb tense is used throughout a sentence or a paragraph. As you write and revise, it is important to use the same verb tense consistently and to avoid shifting from one tense to another unless there is a good reason for the tense shift. In the following box, see whether you notice the difference between a sentence with inconsistent tense. For example, the crowd starts cheering as Melina approached the finish line. Consistent tense, the crowd started cheering as Melina approached the finish line. Consistent, the crowd starts cheering as Melina approaches the finish line. Capitalization. Capitalization is the practice of writing certain words with an initial uppercase letter and the rest in lowercase. Proper capitalization ensures clarity, professionalism, and adherence to standard writing conventions. When to use capitalization? First word of a sentence, Proper nouns, of course, like John, London, Microsoft, Eiffel Tower, and titles. For example, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, which is a title of a movie and a book as well. Now, days, months, and holidays, like Monday, December, Christmas, spring, so on and so forth. Pronoun, the I, of course, is always capitalized, whether it is at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end. Names of religions, deities, and holy texts, like the Bible, for example. Nationalities, languages, and regions, Japanese, French, so on and so forth. Brand names, for example, Nike, Samsung. Important historical events and periods, for example, World War I or World War II or the Renaissance. Letters in abbreviations and acronyms like the NASA, the USA, the FBI, and so on and so forth. When not to capitalize. For the common nouns, do not capitalize general names and people, places, or things unless they begin with a sentence. For example, the city is beautiful, but New York City is beautiful. So here, as you see, New York City is capitalized. Seasons are lowercase and less part of a title or event. For example, we love spring, so here spring is not capitalized. But Spring Festival, because it is part of an event, it is capitalized. After a colon, do not capitalize after a colon unless it begins with a complete sentence or is part of a title. For example, we need three things: food, water, and shelter. She had one goal: to succeed. Pronoun agreement. A pronoun is a word that takes the place of or refers back to a noun or another pronoun. The word or words a pronoun refers to is called the antecedent of the pronoun. Pronoun agreements or agreement refers to the grammatical rule that a pronoun must agree with its antecedent in number, person, and gender. Ensuring proper pronoun agreement is essential for clear and correct writing. Lani complained that she was exhausted. She refers to Lani. Lani is the antecedent of she. Subject and object pronouns. Subject pronouns now function as subjects in a sentence. The following sentences show pronouns as subjects. She loves the Blue Ridge Mountains in the fall. Every summer, they picked up little litter from national parks. Object pronouns now functions the object of a verb or of a preposition. The following sentences show pronouns as subjects or as objects. First, Mary leaned over and kissed him. 2. Jane moved it to the corner. Adjectives and adverbs. Adjectives and adverbs are essential parts of speech that modify or describe other words in a sentence, helping to provide more detail and precision. Here it is very important to decipher the differences between an adjective and an adverb. Adjectives. Adjectives describe and modify the noun or pronouns by providing more information about their quality, quantity, size, color, or other characteristics. For example, we have descriptive. The blue sky is clear here. Blue is descriptive adjective. Quantitative. I have 3 books. Here there is a quantity, a number, so 3 is quantitative adjective. And we have the demonstrative, that is a beautiful place. Placement before the noun. The tall man, it comes before the noun, as you can see. We don't say the man tall. It's not like Arabic, so English is specific here. After a linking verb, the man is tall. Of course, after is, the verb to be, we have the adjective, because the verb to be here describes. Types of adjectives. We have, as we said, descriptive, like a happy child, quantitative, some water, demonstrative, that car is mine, comparative, this book is better than that one, and we have the superlative, he is the tallest in the class. Adverbs. Adverbs modify verbs, unlike nouns, unlike adjectives that modify nouns. The adverb modifies the verb itself, and it modifies adjectives as well, or other adverbs, providing details about how, when, where, to what extent, or why an action is performed. For example, modifying a verb, she sings beautifully. How does she sing beautifully? Modifying an adjective, the task was incredibly difficult. Modifying another adverb, he ran very quickly. So here, very and quickly are both adverbs. Placement, before or after the verb. He speaks fluently. So it comes after the verb. At the beginning of a sentence, unfortunately, we missed the bus, but it must be followed by a comma. Types of adverbs. We have adverbs of manner that tells how. For example, he writes neatly. How does he write? He writes neatly. Time, when. She will visit tomorrow. Place, or where. They looked everywhere. Where did they look? Everywhere. Frequency, how often or how often, depends on the accent. She always reads before bed. So, how often does she read before bed? She reads always. Degree, to what extent? I am completely sure. To what extent are you sure? I am completely sure. Misplaced and dangling modifiers. Modifiers are words, phrases, or clauses that modify additional information about another part of the sentence. However, when they are placed incorrectly or are unclear, they can create confusion or change the intended meaning. Misplaced modifiers. A misplaced modifier is a word, phrase, or clause that is not placed near the word it modifies, leading to confusion or ambiguity. Examples of misplaced modifiers. Incorrect. The teacher gave homework to the students that was too difficult. This suggests the students were too difficult. Correct. The teacher gave homework that was too difficult to the student. Types of misplaced modifiers. We have adjective misplacement. So look here at the incorrect sentence. The boy saw a dog walking to school. The dog is walking to school. Correct. Walking to school. The boy saw a dog. So here we understand that the person was walking to school, not the dog. Adverbs misplacement. See here the incorrect sentence. He almost drove the car for 6 hours. Did he almost drive or almost for 6 hours? So the correct placement here, he drove the car for almost 6 hours. Now, phrase misplacement, see the incorrect sentence. She served pizza to the children on paper plates. So, children on paper plates? She served pizza on paper plates to the children. So here the correct sentence or the correct placement. Now, with dangling modifiers, a dangling modifier is a word or phrase that does not clearly or logically modify any word in the sentence, often because the subject it is intended to modify is missing. Examples of dangling modifiers. Here, look at the incorrect sentence. Walking down the street, the trees were beautiful. Who was walking? The sentence does not specify. The correct placement here. Walking down the street, I found the trees Beautiful. Causes of dangling modifiers. First, we have the omitted subject. Incorrect now. After reading the book, the movie was disappointing. Correct. After reading the book, I found the movie disappointing. So here, the subject was missing in the first sentence. That's why it was confusing. Unclear reference, incorrect sentence. To improve his grades, extra tutoring was suggested. Now the correct one, to improve his grades, the teacher suggested extra tutoring. Now we come to the end of our session. Thank you very much. You will see, or you will find the document attached as usual with the references at the official site of the university. Thank you very much.